Hello everybody, it is March 15th and this is a video with the numbers of February this year. I forgot to make a video about this, so decided to make one right now. So what you see now is a view of Bricqer with some numbers of February. As you can see, I had 55 orders in February, which is including 24 orders on BrickOwl and 31 orders on BrickLink, which is a total increase of 244% with regards to January of this year. So that's a huge increase. Very happy with that. The number of items sold, 8,764 items sold, which is on average 313 items a day or 159 items per order or 7 items per lot. It's an increase of 145%. And again, you see how many items sold on BrickOwl and how many items sold on BrickLink. So on BrickOwl, 3,249 items, which is an increase of more than close to 1,300%. And indeed, I sold way more orders on BrickOwl than, let's say, the past 6 months or so. BrickOwl was very slow for me, but it really gained audience and picked up on a lot of orders also this month, so can't complain there. Total sales, this is including cost for shipping that the customer needs to pay. So that's the total turnover is 1,460 euros for February, which is a very good result if you ask me. And again, you see the difference between BrickOwl and BrickLink. So BrickLink being the winner here with 954 euros and BrickOwl doing 505 euros in total. So, but February was a really good month. I'm really happy with that. Then Bricqer shows you also the cost, which includes the purchase cost of the items sold. In my case, this is not accurate because I do not keep that really in Bricqer. I keep that on in my accounting software, but it's an indication. So, but the transport cost is 370 euros. And I think that's pretty accurate because that's the actual transport cost that we enter when creating the shipping in Bricqer. So if you deduct 370 euros from the 1,460, you get close to 1,100 profit. Obviously, that is still before other costs need to be deducted, like packing costs, like payment costs, like the cost for BrickLink and BrickOwl, like the cost for Bricqer, and so on and so forth. Then the returning customers, I had 16% returning customers, which is, I think, on average pretty good. So 84% are new clients and 16% is returning customers. So I think that's an average for the last couple of months that I'm doing business here. So yeah, nothing special about that. Then I have the average shipping time last month was 10 hours, which is a 15% decrease or increase, however, it's 15% better than January. So really happy with that. And then over here you see the orders per country that I received orders from. So I received 39 orders from Belgium, 2 orders from Germany, 2 from France, 2 from the Netherlands, 2 from the United Kingdom, 1 from Austria, 1 from Brazil, 1 from Denmark, 1 from Greece, 1 from Italy, and 1 from Poland. So obviously I live in Belgium, and I'm happy to report that I have way more Belgian customers than the rest of the world, but also happy to report that I'm shipping, yeah, even to Brazil. I mean, that's impressive. I remember a couple of months ago I even shipped to Australia. So yeah, that's really impressive. I'm really happy with that. So besides the numbers that I track in Brickqer, or that Brickqer tracks for me, which is pretty handy, I don't need to do anything for that. It's completely automatically, obviously. I also track some numbers in Excel, and the numbers that I track, for instance, are the number of visits that I get on my website or on BrickLink. This is BrickLink only, the number of YouTube subscribers, the number of fans, total items sold, added, and some other, to me, interesting stuff. So if we look at February this year and we look at the visitors at the beginning of the month, we have 156,942 visitors, and at the end of February we had 159,673 visitors, which is a difference of 2,731 visitors, which is an increase of approximately 300 visitors. And yeah, that maybe also explains why I got way more sales than January, although the difference is not that big, but yeah, the difference is there. The YouTube subscribers to my channel at the end of February, we had 449, as where in January we had 430, so an increase of 19 subscribers. Very happy with that. The BrickLink fans of my shop, 62, it remains steadily at 62. Now the number of sales, obviously we saw that at the Brickqer report, are 55, which give me a sales per visitor percentage of 2%, which is a huge increase of January. Now at the beginning of the month I had a total inventory of 250,709 items. At the end of the month I increased that to 253,000 items. I sold 8,764 items and I added 11,108 items. So yeah, that was a really interesting month, February. At the beginning of the month I had 9,029 lots and I ended up with 9,022 lots. So I only lost like 7 lots, which is, yeah, pretty good to remain with almost the same number of lots, although I had quite an interesting month of sales. Now the last rows here in this Excel sheet shows you my BrickLink, very first BrickLink order at the beginning of the month, which is this number, and at the end of the month we have this number, which tells me that there were already 251,717 orders during that month. So it might be even a little bit more, because I don't know what time exactly I had that last order of the month. It might have been the last day at 6 o'clock in the evening, and then there are still 4 hours or 6 hours remaining for the rest of the day. So there might even be more orders in a month on BrickLink. So if you divide that by 28, you get 8,391 orders in BrickLink in total. I had, of those orders, I had 55, which is a 0.02% of the total orders, which is a huge increase again if you see that, if you compare that with January. So yeah, really impressive. I'm happy with that. Then I also keep track of the number of stores in Belgium, in the Netherlands, in Germany, in Europe, and in the world, rest of the world. So in February we had 421 shops in Belgium, whereas in January there were 432. In the Netherlands, 1,177. In January, that's a decrease compared to January. In Germany, the same story, a small decrease. In the rest of Europe as well, 200 shops less. And in the rest of the world, almost 700 shops less. So there is a decrease, which is partly explained by the number of countries that are no longer allowed to do business on BrickLink, unfortunately. But we have a saying here, one man's debt is the other man's bread. I don't know how you explain that, how you translate that in correct English, but that's a saying that we have here in Belgium. So, right, I think those are the numbers for February. Obviously, sales numbers are sales numbers. They don't include my cost of purchase or whatsoever. But yeah, I hope you learned something from it. So that's my input here on the numbers. If you have any questions on this or would like to see some other numbers or statistics, do let me know in the comments below. And obviously, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. That really helps me supporting and growing my channel. And if you like to see more, do subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.